today we are going to well, not continue, but go on to the other Archon story that we have. And I replace Traveler or Machino to Alhaitham, only because Alhaitham can generate more Dendro pods compared to just 3 from Machino. Or 1, depending on how many times it hits the target, but it takes too long. So, I've changed it to Alhaitham, and I have been leveling him up while...
Wait. Huh? No. Whatever.
That's the key. I've gotten to 63, and will likely want to get him to 67 or 70, like almost Wanderer is, which Wanderer has 1,454 attack. Alhaitham is very close by 1,087.
Huh?
While Wanderer has the highest attack I have so far, which is 1,516. And then the others are usually combo attacks, so the attack drives higher. And so we will begin the Chasm Act 2, which I'm sure involves with Yelan. So that's what we'll go to. Oh, head to the castle.
There have been many poorly written applications lately. I guess I'll just have to reject them all.
That, we have Yelan and Hutao, which I done the try or practice for both of them, and honestly, I don't know what to choose between these two. I very well don't really want to go and vote for either of them right now, only because I am not heavily interested in either of them. I mean, I understand that Hutao, when in battle, if you use her skill, she loses health, and then when you use her main power-up, once it's filled, it heals her, which in a way is a repeated cycle for her. While Yelan, I'm fine with bows, honestly. I prefer where I am at with Kokomi. And since I did also practice Ningguang, and I did see how well she battled, she's pretty much a, what is it, catalyst? Yeah, she's a catalyst user, and to be honest, I do like my catalyst users. So considering that practice I had with her, I might actually level her up a bit. Because right now she's just sitting at number 1 with just, I think, whatever artifacts I have. And I can probably change her to this one. Oh, but that doesn't involve... This one's different to that one, because this one's black, that one's white. But pretty much the same. Defeating an opponent increases movement. Oh, wait, this one. Damaging an opponent with an elemental skill. The skill has 40% chance to end the siege. Only occur every 30 seconds. Ooh. I will put her on this one for now. I'll probably work on constructing her later. Display the location of nearby ore veins used in forging on the minimap. But yes, I am a fan of catalysts, so I'll have to deal with that later. But for now, we will be going on to the chasm. All the way over there, which I'm sure this is where we meet Yilen. Because I know we went to try to go back to the main campsite to see if they've seen anybody come through there. Plus I could finally get her story once I finish this part of this segment of the All Conquest, which I don't know how long it will take after that, but I doubt this one will continue much longer, as it might just go back to the other one that continues in Sumeru.
Whoa. Well, this place is just as creepy as Paimon remembers it. If it wasn't for our little investigation, Paimon wouldn't ever come anywhere near this place. Hey, look! There's someone over there!
Yay! I really want to... Wait, don't I already have...
Oh, Traveler and Paimon?
Genpei.
I didn't expect to see you two here.
Genpei? Shouldn't you be at work in Liyue Harbor? What are you doing out in the middle of nowhere?
Well, to be perfectly honest, this case is a little out of the ordinary. In fact, this is the first time I've ever witnessed the bottom of the chasm. Oh, but before I forget, could you do me a favor, please? If anyone happens to ask about me or my present whereabouts, just tell them you haven't seen me.
Huh? What are you talking about?
No, it's not like that. Look, it's quite a long story. So if you could, please just cover for me. I'll see you later.
Hey! And there she goes. What in Tibet was that all about? Paimon's starting to feel nervous all of a sudden. Do you think she did something illegal and now she's gone into hiding here? Or maybe something super scary happened? Don't be so naive! The world is complicated these days, you know. We should be prepared for the worst. If something really did happen, we might find ourselves becoming her accomplices. Oh, what a dilemma. Should we really cover for her?
Oh, hey, you over there! Yeah, you!
Ito, Kokomi, what are you all doing down here?
Someone's coming! But that voice sounds pretty familiar.
Ah, it's you two. So, what are you two doing in a place like this, huh? Wait, don't tell me. You're on vacation. I must say, you two are looking pretty good. Things been going your way lately? 'Cause I have been doing amazing.
Ito? Who's that behind you?
Hey there, I'm with the Arataki gang. Kuki Shinobu. Nice to meet you.
Oh, all right. I almost forgot she was back there. Let me introduce you to Shinobu, the pride and joy of the Arataki gang.
Oh, another member of Ito's gang!
Let me tell you, she's one of Hanamizaka's best and brightest, so of course she's in the gang. Shinobu takes care of practically everything in the Arataki gang. She can protect you guys too, you know?
A friend of the boss is a friend of mine. You must be the traveler in Paimon.
Yep. Nice to meet you too, Shinobu.
The pleasure's mine. I have a feeling that we'll be working together soon enough.
Wait, does this mean I can finally have Kokomi's story? I mean, Cookie? To be honest, I like Cookie a lot. She's a very, good strategic character when in battle. But I don't use her often since I usually have Lisa.
So, Ito, if she's the one that takes care of everything in the gang, then doesn't that kind of make her the gang's real boss?
Are you kidding? Of course I'm the boss. To the four corners of Teyvat, there is only one boss of Hanamizaka's legendary Arataki gang, me.
Okay. Paimon gets the dynamic now. A useless boss with an ultra-capable subordinate.
Hey, you know what? Forget it. The average person couldn't possibly understand the dynamics of the Arataki gang. As the leader, I can't let myself stoop down to your level. Anyway, have you seen a pink-haired legal, mage lady? Wears a goofy hat, knows everything, kinda short.
Uh-oh.
Her name's Yenfei. She's a legal advisor from Liyue. I thought perhaps you two would know her.
Oh, no. We haven't seen her. We don't know this person at all.
Aha! So you have seen her!
No, what gave you that idea? Paimon didn't say anything!
You know, you could just say we met her a long while ago, not just then.
Aw, look at you getting all antsy. Seems I was able to get to the truth after all.
When someone is lying, their eyes often start wandering subconsciously. Anyway, don't worry. I assure you we don't
so
have any ill
bad.
intentions.
So, you guys know Yanfei?
Well, she, kinda saved my life, so... yeah, you could say we've met.
She saved your life? Wait, hold on. What are you two doing in the chasm anyway?
You know that the Sakoku decree has been lifted recently in Inazuma, right? Well, Shinobu wanted to come to Liyue and pick up her graduation certificate. I came along because it's safer to travel in numbers.
I completely forget that they're from Inazuma, and I'm like, why are they in Liyue? But that makes sense. Cookie was some Liyue scholar rather than the academia scholar.
Graduation certificate? Did you study in Liyue?
Yes, I studied law at the Tongwen Academy in Liyue. Unfortunately, the Sakoku decree was implemented just when I was home visiting my family before graduation. So I'm a few years late getting my graduation certificate. We were taking care of some errands in Liyue, and the boss got tangled up with some Millilith while we were standing in a line. He was about to get arrested when, luckily, Yenfei happened to be walking past and helped us out.
Yep, if it wasn't for her, our trip to Liyue would have ended with me and the slammer. So, you know, I just wanted to do something nice to show my heartfelt gratitude. But she said she didn't need my help with anything. I thought there's a chance she might run into trouble here on her own, so I followed her here. Yeah, just in case she needs me to come leaping to her rescue. What? No, it's not like that at all. Look, I just wanted to protect her, okay? She looked like she was in a hurry, so I thought she must be out doing something important. People can get into trouble when they're out in the world dealing with serious business, you know? I'm just being considerate, really.
Traveler. That way.
Ah, great, thanks. I'll go after her. Shinobu, time to roll. Fear not, my savior. Ito's coming to your rescue!
Cookie knows so well. She's so great.
Appreciate the help. Until next time.
Traveler, did you just send Ito the wrong way on purpose? Huh. Shinobu seemed pretty sharp. Paimon doesn't think you can pull one on her like that. Or maybe she knows that Ito can be a big nuisance, so she's trying to stop him from bothering Yanfei. Oh, if that's the case, then wow, she really knows how to call the shots!
And Paimon just figured it out.
Well, at least this way nobody will be bothering Yanfei. If we run into her again later, we should let her know that we helped her out. Alright, now let's go take a look at the crash site from last time.
And now we shall continue the Chasm's story. Wait. I can just go to whatever this is. To this one, and then... what is this? Oh! It's been some time. I was expecting to eventually update, this. So, let's see how this goes. Ooh! Yay.
Take it and have fun.
Ooh. Okay, thank goodness I did the thing so I wouldn't get fall damage or die.
Hey, Yanfei! We sent away the people that were following you.
Oh, good. Thanks a lot. The guy with the weird outfit seemed super outgoing. Normally I don't mind making friends, but I've got work to do today.
Oh? So what kind of work are you doing in a place like this? Aw, don't tell Paimon you're thinking about becoming an adventurer too.
Well, as a legal advisor, sometimes I also have to travel in person. I came to the chasm to deal with a will.
A will?
That's right. I found a will inside an old book. I'm guessing it was left by someone of great importance. It appears he lost a magical device and wished to retrieve it.
Paimon didn't know legal advisors have to deal with that kind of thing. Huh, what a job!
Will execution is also part of my work as a legal advisor. Of course, cases like this are quite rare. The chasm is not the kind of place you can just waltz into whenever you want.
Oh, so you do know what kind of place this is?
Yellow. Yeah.
Who's that?
Ah, I thought I might find you here.
Our perilous savior of the chasm from earlier. What the heck? That's so weird not seeing it.
Whatever case you're working on in the chasm, I'm sure Liyue's top legal consultant can handle it without my input.
Huh, that's funny. I thought we'd established that my legal opinion doesn't count for anything when Yelan's around.
Who is she?
This is Yelan. Liyue's, well, let's just say she works in the Ministry of Civil Affairs. I can at least say that much, right? Anyway, she's a friend of mine.
Sure. Coincidentally, I have something to do here as well. Seems chance has brought us all together. You may not know me, Traveler in Paimon, but I've certainly heard about you. You're all here on business, and it's my job to monitor the chasm. According to regulations, I should accompany you. But, as it turns out, I have other things that require my attention. I'm afraid I can't join you this time. You may go about your business. Just try not to make a ruckus.
Oh, that's most unfortunate. I was about to ask for your assistance. Could you spare a little time to help me take care of this will? For old time's sake?
Oh.
I don't know. Depends what's in it for me.
Fair enough. I suppose even a guide needs to get paid. It just so happens that Madame Ping gave me some nice tea. I'll treat you to a cup if you agree.
Why don't you tell me a little more about how you got here first? Then I'll...
Hey, you!
Ito? What is he doing back here?
I know what you two did. You really tried to throw me off, didn't you? Well, and I thought we were buds.
They're also my friends, so...
That's close enough.
Huh? Who are you?
This is so weird. Ito interacting with Yelin and Yanfei? I mean, I can understand now about Yanfei, but... Ito?
Sorry, this area is part of the chasm. It's closed to the general public.
Are you kidding me? I don't see any warning signs or fences. What gives you the right to keep me out?
Kid, where there's real danger, you'll never see a warning sign.
Paimon never knew this place was so important.
It's true. This is not a place you can just go in and out of as you wish. That's also why I didn't want anyone to follow me. Unfortunately, you didn't listen.
The Traveler has done a lot for Liyue in the past. And Yanfei is a renowned legal consultant in Liyue, so I can trust their intentions. As for you two...
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You trying to say that I'm not famous enough and my intentions are no good?
I don't know your background, so I can't give you free passage here. Besides, Yanfei doesn't seem to need your help, does she?
Ha! How would you know what Yanfei needs? What, are you two joined at the hip or something?
To an extent. They're involved with somewhat similar business.
Right. Anyway, I don't need to be a mind reader to see that. In any case, as a visitor from Inazuma, I'd suggest you defer to a local when in doubt. Stick to the local rules and keep yourself out of trouble.
Oh, why you?
Please, try not to be so impulsive. She is right, you know.
Uh-oh. Things are starting to get a little heated here.
Oh, not good. He really shouldn't start butting heads with Yelan.
It's true that we don't know anything about the unique conditions of this place, so we'll heed your advice and leave immediately. But if this really is a dangerous area, seriously, you should put up a sign.
Thanks for the suggestion. I'll consider it.
Oh yeah? And what if we don't leave?
Boss!
Then, I'm afraid things might get... unpleasant.
Is that so? You really think you can take the two of us? Wow. Gotta admit, I like your optimism.
Cookie is probably not gonna fight her. But she will if she has to. Ito. Oh. Stop it.
Although you're friends with the Traveler and Yanfei, I'd still suggest you heed my warning.
Thanks for that, but too bad I'm not buying it. If you're so strong, then why don't you show me what you got?
Hold on, boss. There's no need to start a fight here.
Oh no, I'm going in whether she likes it or not.
You think I was joking around, huh?
Oh no, these two are about to go at it!
I'm just standing there with a
Please,
smile
wait a
on
minute,
my
you two.
face.
This whole thing started because of me. Why don't you just save me the embarrassment and just... Oh, it's a...
Hey, stop trying to change the subject. I'm gonna,
Ito, did you not expect this to happen? Plus, he's Geo. I'm interested in how you'd interact with Zhongli specifically.
Ow. Putting my books under me to break the fall didn't help at all.
This place.
Where are we?
Even deeper within the chasm. Also, possibility of where the hilly trolls pass away in their own form.
I'm gonna feel that in the morning. Hey, Shinobu, Traveler, and my savior. Is everyone okay?
Well, this is an unfortunate turn of events.
Hey, so, how far down did we fall?
It seems the ground collapsed during our little confrontation up there. Perhaps because we triggered the elemental forces.
Well, don't look at me. If you weren't so rude, maybe I wouldn't have gotten mad. Who can put up with that kind of dude?
It's my duty to stop intruders from breaking into important places. If telling the truth sounds rude, then I'm afraid you're just a little too fragile.
Hey, life's too short to give in all the time.
Ito.
Boss, I'm
She
afraid you're
might
not going to
smash
win
you
this
in.
argument. I suggest we stop provoking her.
Hey, whose side are you on here?
I'm simply pointing out the facts. I understand how you feel, but you're making my life difficult by starting random fights with everyone.
Looks like Ito can't argue against either Yelan or Shinobu. He's in a real tough spot now. Hey! What do you mean? Don't you dare compare Paimon to Ito!
Whoa, whoa, what do you mean? You looking for a fight too?
A fight between Paimon and Ito would be a food fight. Who eats the most of something?
Paimon was just saying how it is! Everyone knows you're a bit of an idiot.
You calling me an idiot? Oh yeah? Well, you're a puny little flying lavender melon, ha!
Flying lavender melon? Oh, that's it! Paimon's mad! Time to give you an ugly nickname! Bullchucker!
We seem to be a long way down from where we fell. It's impossible to see what's going on up above.
It's unlikely we'll be able to climb back up that far. We'll need to find another way. I'm sorry to interrupt your lovely little chat here, but I think there's something you may need to know. The chasm is regarded as a mysterious area in Liyue. It was sealed off for years due to a mining accident. Whatever goes on down here, I suggest you remember this. You didn't see anything, you didn't hear anything, and you're not gonna ask any questions. Save you from getting caught up in things you shouldn't know about. I won't treat you as hostiles, and in exchange, I hope you won't make things difficult when it comes to keeping secrets. I'll do what I can to find a way out.
Huh? Well, where does she think she's going?
Like she said, to search for an exit. Chances are that Yelan is the best among us at survival and handling emergencies. We should just let her go. I'm afraid I must apologize. I don't typically disclose details of a client's will to third parties, which is why I couldn't tell you the truth. I'm sorry. I came to the chasm in search of the Fantastic Compass, which is mentioned in the will. Many years ago, my client gave this magical device to someone ambitious, hoping that it'd be handy in times of need. According to an eyewitness account, the person who received the device took it into the chasm and has been missing ever since. Throughout history, many wars have been fought in the vicinity of the chasm. Even if that person died in one of the wars, I still wish to do my utmost and find the device and fulfill the client's wish. Yelan's words of caution were not unwarranted. There are dangers lurking in the chasm. I'm sure you've all realized that by now. Given that we're all caught in this mess, let's try to find a way out together.
Whatever you say, my savior. I'll do whatever you ask. From now on, we're a team. All of us. And as for that big jerk, well... I guess that includes her too.
You said Yelan works for the Ministry of Civil Affairs, huh? Paimon can tell she's tougher than most, but... wow. Her job sounds demanding.
Well, that's what she tells outsiders. I can't disclose too much about her identity, but I'd say she's the only person who can handle this type of work.
What kind of lame job would have someone go out to the middle of nowhere?
Oh, Paimon knows! An adventurer.
I think that's the best face. It's been a while. Traveler giving the eyes to Paimon like, what do you mean?
Hey, what's with the face? Oh, did Paimon say something wrong? That's literally what the two of us do, isn't it?
I'm the adventure Paimon, not you.
You're so stingy these days. Oh, just let Paimon be an adventurer by association, okay?
Yeah, she's got a point, Traveler. You're Paimon's boss. Take it from me. As a great leader, you should learn to be a little more generous. You know, let your sidekick share some of the glory.
Ugh, you really don't understand anything about us.
Paimon, don't take him too seriously. He's just joking.
For the sake of Shinobu, fine.
I'm the boss, so I'll let it slide.
Perhaps this was another sealed location, but an undocumented one. What could be in here?
I've got some food and water on me. If anyone needs some, just let me know.
Great! You know, Bullchecker, you may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but your subordinate here seems super capable and reliable.
I know. Isn't she the best? Hey, I am too a sharp tool.
There seems to be an entrance up ahead, with a path inside.
Wonder where it leads to. Well, let's go take a look.
Man, that is hilarious. I was not expecting these types of characters. Ooh. I hope that's not Abyss involvement, unless it's about my sister. Let's see how this goes.
Who would have guessed we'd find a domain entrance in a place like this?
If there's a way in, then there's a way out. Let's go and take a look.
The rocks here seem to be old Liyue mountain rocks. They're similar to what I've seen in books. This domain must have existed for quite some time now.
What's that sound?
I was not. What? What? Oh my gosh. This is such a combination. Especially Xiao meeting Ito. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's Xiao.
Conqueror of Demons, what are you doing here?
I came down from above. I heard a noise,
How did
so
you
I
hear
followed
that?
it here.
The chasm is so far down in the ground. His face. Oh.
So you're not here by accident. Wanna team up?
No, I have something else to do. I'm looking for someone. You shouldn't be here. I would urge you to go back as soon as possible.
Well, that's Xiao for ya. Shows up without a warning and disappears without a trace.
It tells us to leave, but we're trying to.
Huh. That guy looked pretty tough. Maybe almost as tough as me. Seems like a solid dude.
Seriously, Bullchecker? Where do you get your confidence from?
Should we really be letting him go off on his own?
Oh, he wouldn't listen no matter how much you tried to talk him out of it. He is super tough though, so don't worry about him.
Everyone, keep your eyes and ears peeled from here on out. We don't know what lies ahead, so we have to be ready for anything.
Oh, look, I'm happy to say we're all on the same team and everything, but, could you cut the little speeches and the whole follow the leader act? I, for one, think I should be able to look after myself.
Boss!
Okay.
Besides, Yelan is just looking out for everyone. You know, Bullchucker, you're a guest here, so maybe try to get along with everyone.
Ha! Please, you're not a local either, Flying Lavender Melon. So stop trying to sound like one.
Okay, it's time to see what type of requirements I need for this. Yep, okay. 71. I will be fine. Yep, I will be fine. I have defeated 80 level domains using a team, obviously from more, not 80 clearly, but closer to between 75 to, oh, and also before I even do that, I want to be a little cautious and
Wait.
do
Huh?
20.
No. Whatever.
Here we go. Huh. Clearly. Oh. Let's see over here. Any secret chest? No.
Labyrinths like this are unique to Liyue.
This place is actually pretty cool. If we weren't in such a hurry to get out, we could kick back and enjoy the scenery a little.
Hold the line.
Here you are.
Yeah, that was pretty easy peasy there.
All these twists and turns remind Paimon of the Adepti domains we've been to before. Could there be an Adeptus here?
Ooh. An Adeptus we don't know about? I don't think that would be correct.
Swarm Fury! Fall. Too slow. Behold.
After all, flame attacks increase with the Wanderer. It's definitely weird getting everywhere with Wanderer without just gliding, because I was used to gliding everywhere since I didn't have any character like Kazuha that flies. Where am I going? Okay, it seems I need to go back that way. Yeah, I need to go over here. Do I need to come up here? Huh.
Following me.
This is just confusing.
Squall and Fury.
I got out of it. Clearly, I need to do something. The question is, what is it? Does it have to do anything with this?
Quit following me. Too slow. Quit
This
following me.
opens up this way. There seems to be no direction that way. There is still this way. Unless do I flip it here? Oh, I do. Oh. So I need it to
Too slow.
this direction? Okay, I get it. Oh? I can't do that right now. Okay, I can't do that. Cause that's the wall. I need the wall. Okay, yeah, this should be correct. There we go.
Too slow.
I was confused there for a while. Oh, I see, and it makes it so the...
You're in for a little shock.
Rest and reboot!
That was not hard at all. Okay, rotates. Like that. Oh gosh, that scared the hell out of me.
Allow me! Let's move out.
The process of elimination. Quicker.
Let's spark things up a little.
Know your place.
Hold the line!
Here you are.
smell. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of anything. So let's do that, and it'll be good.
The wind rises.
Hey, look over there! It looks like an exit.
Yeah, that just only made it easier since I had Wander that can do a lot more damage when using fire. But let's see where this goes. On a new adventure. On an adventure. To a new area. And finally, unlock Yalen. Story mode. Or story quest. Man, this is just such a weird team to see together.
Huh? Wait, this ain't right.
How did we end up back here?
So we've been here already?
That's how domains work. You go into the domain, defeat whatever's happening, and then you come back to the same place.
Yes, this is exactly where we started.
But we couldn't have taken a wrong turn. We were headed in the same direction the entire time. We never turned around.
Yes, that's what I thought too.
Traveler, we were going the right way, weren't we?
How strange.
There's a legend in Inazuma about a merchant who was tricked by a Bakedanuki one evening and kept circling around the same place the whole night. Even by dawn, they still hadn't found a way out.
Yeah, Paimon's heard that one before too.
So we're all familiar with the story then? Good, because I'm pretty sure that's what's happening to us right now. But fear not, I happen to have a certain sidekick who can exercise yokai and spirits and whatnot. Let me summon him real quick.
Unbelievable. And Oni who's friends with an exorcist? Huh. What an open-minded guy.
For the boss, ignorance is a virtue.
You're up, Ushi! Go get your spirit.
Ushi! Oh, his cow! Oh,
This
so
is
adorable.
Ushi, an auxiliary member of the Arataki gang.
I love how he's dancing the whole time. So cute.
Oh, Ushi says hello, everyone. You can just call him Ushi or Beefcake. Yeah, he's got a keen sense of direction, so I'll let him lead the way.
I didn't know gangs could have auxiliary members.
This does not have the trappings of something that's gonna work.
You're telling me.
All right, go, Ushi. Go find us a way out of here.
Ushi is so cute.
Huh? What's that? Oh, really? Oh, no way.
Ushi.
Ushi says he searched everywhere, but there's no exit. That doesn't add up. If we were able to come in, then there must be a way to get out. Here, let me take another look.
Has anyone else noticed this? We initially thought we fell here from above. At that time, there was a way out high overhead. But now, it seems even that exit has disappeared. Inexplicable, if you ask me.
It seems there's more than meets the eye with these underground structures.
Also, I love the fact that that us as wanderers have a bunch of food we can take with us. And then they're like, yeah, I hope we can survive down here. And I'm like, well, I have food for like 3 meals a day for the next few weeks. I'm a traveler. It's what I have to do.
I'm gonna take another look around.
Everywhere we look, there are just more and more rocks. Maybe we've just misremembered remembered. Maybe this is...
What? You scared now?
No. Paimon's super brave.
Ushi looks like he's funking it up and is just so excited. He's so adorable, Ushi. Or Beefcake. So cute. Man, there should be some rock music whenever he's on screen, because if he's gonna be bopping like that, he needs some music to listen to. Or some music that's part of his character.
Oh, yeah? Well, Ushi also thinks you're scared. It's okay. Don't be scared to admit you're, scared. You've got us here to protect you. We can't just sit here twiddling our thumbs. Let's keep looking for a way out. Shinobu, you stay here with my precious savior. I'll take the Traveler and Paimon with me.
Got it. Be careful, everyone.
Please, there's no need to keep calling me savior. Just Yanfei is fine. Mr. Arataki, it seems that as the head of the Arataki gang, you possess a strong sense of leadership.
Ah, too kind, too kind. And just call me Ito. Since we're a team now, we should have each other's backs. Paimon, if you feel scared again, I can cover your eyes for you.
Seems there's really no way out.
I can't shake the feeling that there's something off about this place.
Boss, did you guys find anything over there?
Not only that, I could have sworn I saw some shadows moving a second ago. This place better not be haunted.
Probably not the right time to ask this, but Paimon just can't help it. Ito, you're an Oni. Doesn't it kinda mean everywhere you go is haunted?
No, ignore the red horns, okay? I'm talking about spooky, floaty ghosts. Now you see them, now you don't kinda haunted.
Ito, are you afraid of ghosts?
Oh no, boss. You've been found out.
What? Me? No way! What, are you kidding?
adorable.
Stop joking around. Seriously, though.
Looking at you, Paimon suddenly doesn't feel scared anymore. Hey, Bullchucker, if you're scared, Paimon can cover your eyes for you.
Maybe I should make better use of my time.
Cookie. Wait, hold on. Shinobu walked off to grab a few stones, and then she took out some twigs and lavender melons from her pocket. What?
Add a little salt and some pepper.
Are you roasting lavender melons?
Yeah, roasted lavender melon is delicious. You can try some when it's done.
Okay.
Oh, right. There are two types, sweet and savory. Which would you prefer?
I'm happy with either.
Alright, you can try them both then. It's important that we remain calm, especially when we're in the throes of a tough situation like this. If I'm reading the situation correctly, there seems to be some secret here that the boss and I are not supposed to know about. But don't worry, I'll distract the boss while you discuss things with the others.
Man, I just want to overlay this with some music that he be bopping to.
Oh, I thought I smelled something cooking.
Would you like some Yanfei?
Thank you, but I'm not hungry. You guys go ahead.
Oh yeah, she's an adaptist, so she doesn't really need to eat
Oh, and by the
anything.
way, I haven't seen you in a while, Shinobu.
Yeah, it has been a while, hasn't it? The last time I saw you was when you taught one of my classes as a substitute while I was studying in Liyue.
Substitute teacher? Ah, yes, now I remember. It was during winter, wasn't it?
Yes, I remember everyone said your lecture was very interesting. Now that I think about it, I should call you Senpai.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. Who would have ever guessed that we'd get caught up in such a dilemma together? It must be fate.
Not only that, she's funny and engaging while she speaks. Needless to say, she's very popular among the students.
Oh, I'm flattered.
I see everyone is still here.
Yelan, we split into groups and searched the area, but there are no signs of any way out. How about you? Did you manage to find anything?
No. And though I'd prefer not to say it, we'd better mentally prepare ourselves. If we can't find a way out, we may be stuck underground for some time.
I think you might be right.
I understand.
An underground space with an entrance but no exit. It just doesn't make any sense. I'll figure something out. Just give me some time. If anyone happens to find a potential exit, please be sure to take every precaution before exploring further.
Come to think of it, Zhao is here too. Said he can always call his name if we get into trouble. Maybe it's worth a try.
Hey, Traveler, what's with the serious face?
I was
Do you
thinking
have a plan?
that Zhao is also here, remember?
Yeah. Oh, right! Do you want to get in to help us?
I think it's worth a try.
Sure, let's give it a shot.
Zhao, can you hear me? Zhao?
Huh. No response. Paimon thought Xiao would come no matter where we are. Oh no, does that mean even Xiao can't sense our presence here?
Wonder what that could mean. What's the deal with this place? Finally, we're back to being characters again. But now we gotta go talk to all the characters.
That's it. I want to take another look. And this time, I, Arataki, the one and only, will...
Boss!
Whoa, whoa. What's up, Sourpuss?
Time for some roasted lavender melon.
Huh? We're trapped in a life and death situation underground, and you're telling me it's time for roasted lavender melon? Interesting. You hear that? Ushi says you're completely right. Wait, hold on. Whose side are you on, Beefcake?
It's important to stay replenished. We must keep our energy and morale up in preparation for facing the unknown. Even Ushi knows that.
Fine, you two... Hey, are you already eating? Well, hold on. Is it still warm? Oh, that does smell good.
I think that's the most silent Ito has spoke. And it's The food smells good.
Fine. Yeah. We'll have a quick snack, and then we'll keep looking for a way out. Hey, don't eat them all. Leave a couple for me.
Who could have ever guessed we'd get trapped in a place like this? It's quite the predicament. For all the studying I've done in my life, all I know is how to land people in prison. I don't know the first thing about breaking out of one. I've even made a contract with my father to live a happy life. I can't give up hope now. Try and stay positive. At least I've explored a new place and seen more of the world while reuniting with some old friends. Yeah, there's still a silver lining, I guess.
I guess that was our entrance. Can I not?
Behold!
I was that close to getting out. And then, if I really wanted to teleport out, let's go to the chasm. Yeah, pretty much. Okay.
Our situation is grim. There doesn't appear to be a way out for now. We should be prepared to stay for a while. Fortunately, we don't seem to lack supplies, and even our motley crew has people who can keep their cool when the stakes are high. Just focus on taking care of yourselves. I'll figure out the rest.
Is it asking me to the next day? This is definitely an entrance. Clearly blocked off. And then up there is, I guess, where we fell, but to be honest, I don't see how we can't get up because we have these roots here. And then bugging out. Okay, it's considered okay. Clearly, to make sure not even people who equip the Wanderer can make it out. At least not as easily. And then over here is a different place. But has adorable Ushi. I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna get my camera out. Special. No. Heck yeah. There we go. She's so adorable. He's dancing. Oh, now I can check my mail. Ah, yes. Thank you, Lantern Right. Luna Holiday. And then we shall continue the story of us trapped in a mine. And shall see what it has. I wonder if we'll have a continuation of Ito's story or Yanfei's story, because I know we get to unlock Yelin, but considering you already did some of theirs, it might not happen. We'll see, we'll see.
There's nothing for Paimon to do here. So boring. Oh, how Paimon longs to stretch her legs and run free in the world outside again. Alright, fly free then. Basically, Paimon just wants out of here. Just a day? No, it feels like we've been down here for months. Maybe not months, but at least like 20 days, surely.
Yo! Thought I heard you chatting over here.
Oh, hey, Bullchucker.
Well, everyone, I just completed another survey of the surrounding area. Still nothing has changed today.
Here, have some water and
Thank you, Shinobu. It's easy to forget to keep hydrated down here.
Out! I want out! All I want is to cruise the streets and have beetle fights again.
Boss, remember there's your image to consider.
But it's so boring, walking around this hole every day. If only I could slurp some ramen and see the beautiful flowers again.
Ramen? Wait a minute. Speaking of ramen, Traveler, are you hungry? I'm not hungry either. But let me pose the question this way. Who is the biggest eater among us?
Paimon. And she's not saying she's hungry, meaning something is wrong.
It's definitely not me.
Hey, what's everybody looking at me for? Well, it's definitely not me. If anyone, it's this one right here.
Huh? What are you looking at Paimon for?
Paimon, are you hungry?
No. Paimon's not hungry. Why do you ask?
If that's the case...
We're in some type of time capsule.
What am I missing here?
I heard that too, as I was walking over. The question is, how can you not feel hungry, even after 20 days?
That's also strange. Of course, everyone has different perceptions of the passage of time, but how could one person feel like it's only been 1 day and someone else 20 days?
Yeah, now that you mention it, I feel like we've been here 3, 4, 5 days, but I don't feel hungry or thirsty at all.
Although I cooked some food, it wasn't because I was hungry. I just wanted to keep our spirits up. I was planning on saving our rations so we could survive a few more days, but I haven't really felt hungry since. Now that I think about it, not only am I not hungry, but I don't feel any real signs of fatigue either. Whether I sleep or not doesn't seem to have any effect on how I feel.
Yes, I concur. Resting doesn't make me feel more refreshed, and staying awake doesn't make me any more tired. Very peculiar. It's almost as if our physical state has been suspended.
The more you say, the scarier it sounds. Paimon doesn't even want to think about it.
Is Xiao? I wonder if Xiao is experiencing the same phenomenon.
Huh? What's wrong, Traveler? Did you think of something?
They're unable to summon Xiao.
That's pretty weird. Sounds like the little dude must be in danger.
But he is an Adeptus. This kind of situation should be no trouble for him. I fear that this problem underground is bigger than we thought.
I found something, everyone. I just discovered a new path over there that seems to lead to an unknown area.
You mean a way out? Oh, finally!
Yay! You found something! Oh, please, please be the exit!
I still suspect things can't be that simple.
Is this
We should all stay prepared for whatever comes.
one with the clear...
Paimon doesn't see anything out of the ordinary here.
Oh.
Appearances can be deceiving. As I was examining the
wall.
wall just now, I noticed there was something unusual about this stone. Seems to me that it's been created using some illusory magic. Hidden behind it lies a passageway.
Whoa! So there really is a path behind here!
Gotta hand it to ya. That sure wasn't easy to find. But at least we can finally get out of here.
Miss Yelan's determination and eye for detail are certainly impressive. Not to mention, you've hardly had any rest the whole time we've been trapped here.
It doesn't matter. I'm not tired. Well, given we're already here, we might as well go in and explore.
Right behind ya! Paimon can't wait to get out of this place!
Sadly, even though we don't feel fatigued, that will still impact our sprint and stuff. Ah, another one. Or isn't this the one we just... No, this is it. Okay. Yep. Oh, requires Geo. Wait, hold on. We'll be fighting against things that I can fight against. So I shall be fine. It'll be difficult, but I shall be fine. I'm not a big fan of the Geo. They don't really have a good weakness. Because they're all on defense. I don't like it. The symbols of the platform have different colors and images. Matching them together seem to be the key of solving puzzles. If you step on the correct symbol, it will be activated, but you will take damage if you step on the wrong one. Search for and activate all the symbols of the platform and solve the puzzle. Might as well go with Kokomi since... Oh, dear.
Lucy, is that you?
Hey, did anyone else just hear that voice? It sounded super creepy.
This looks fun. Yes. I have no idea how you would start this. One. Okay, nope. Should I just press all of the ones that have?
Allow me.
Oh, why hello there.
Flicker.
Let's move out. Hold the line.
Yes. That is how I will be dealt with.
How amusing.
Why am I hit?
Rest and rebuild.
Here you are.
I mean, I got it, cause I gotta, what? Light shapers on the platforms will shine unique beams on light upon the platforms opposite of them. Operate these devices to control the position and directions of those beam lights. The lightsabers may be used to cast their light upon the large symbols on the platforms opposite them, thereby activating those symbols. Activating all the large symbols seem to be the key to solving the puzzle. Okay.
Allow me.
Activate. Can I try? Oh, wait. Let me take a look at that again. What? Use the lightsaber to light up and activate the large symbols. Oh. I see, I see. Gotta wait a bit. There we go. Oh, and then it activates that one. Okay. I'm curious what this one is. This platform. it does make me slightly dizzy-ish. Let's go to green this time. I don't like this rotation.
No. What? Get me. Top fight.
Is some sort of battle taking place here? I wonder who could be involved.
Clearly Xiao, but Zhao, I don't know who then. Ow. Ow. Okay. Oh, the ones that look like Zhao's mask. Okay. Let's see, who shall... Okay.
Flicker.
Try not to enjoy this too much.
The wind rises. Upon the gale.
You dare to gaze upon me?
A rash maneuver!
Here you are.
Squall Fury. That's far enough.
Allow me.
Scatter.
The price
No!
for my sins.
I think that's the first time in a long while since I've been done it like that.
Flicker.
Yep.
There we go. Alright. There we go. Green, purple. On to this one. So already done.
No, it's still alive. Why would you become like this? I won't attack you.
That sounds like Shell. Could he be in trouble?
Whoa, sounds like someone forgot to invite us to the fight. Let's go and help him.
Yeah, but how are we gonna find him?
Okay, so it's the A. Also, it startled me every time the voices would come up and I'd be like, what? Ooh, shall our opponents be? Oh.
Rest and revamp.
Well now. The wind rises. Squall Fury. Flicker.
Why do I feel like I started from the hardest level to easier levels? Very slowly rotate them. There we go. This should be the last one where it is this. Let's see who. And
Don't be such a brute.
Too slow. Search for it.
Allow me.
Here you are.
You're in for a little shock.
Let's move out. Hold the line.
Flicker.
oh. There we go. I got all of them now. I guess I go over to that side then.
The light seems to be leading to another platform. Let's go and take a look.
Okay, we're gonna go to the platform that was empty before. And then here comes another sound. Or story situation.
The ground has dissolved? What's down there?
Is that little dude called Xiao down there? We gotta help him.
Hold on. Something's not right here. What's this?
It appears to be a small fissure.
What can you possibly find inside? It can't be a living person, can it?
Ito was absolutely gonna walk into it.
Conqueror of demons?
Xiao, is that you?
Quit trying to scare us, okay?
Huh? Wait, is this some kind of illusion? Paimon can't touch him!
Conqueror of demons, can you hear us?
Hello? Little dude! Anyone home?
He is isn't responding. What's going on here?
You...
Oh, he finally said something!
Oh!
We followed your voice and found you here, but it's kind of strange. We can't touch you. How did you become an illusion?
An illusion?
Talk about a coincidence. We were just thinking you went missing and stuff, and then we heard the sound of you fighting. Pretty lucky we found you, if you ask me. You didn't get hurt, did you?
A coincidence? Wait. Something's not right. Something's wrong with this domain. Leave now! Get out of there!
If he can, we should have him regroup with us as soon as possible.
Tell us what happened and where you are now. We'll come find you immediately.
No. Your safety is the top priority. It seems this space can...
Huh? He disappeared.
Where'd he go? It sounded
Those
like
pebbles
he might be
breaking in the
injured.
background
We need
seems
to go help
like
him.
something's
It seems
gonna
the
happen.
only option we have to explore any further is through that entrance over there.
Huh, he's injured and telling us to be careful? It's not like we're in any danger here. Anyway, the secret behind whatever's going on should be in this cave, right? Don't worry, little dude. Ito's on the way!
Boss, please don't go charging ahead. You're an Oni, not some hunting dog.
Don't worry, I'm invincible! Ah! Oh, my butt!
Looks pretty deep. Be careful, everyone.
I appreciate whoever voice acts Ito. It's a gem. That startled me. I did not want to have to die like that in a moment.
Well, Bullchucker, how's your ear?
It's fine! Ugh. My butt is tough!
Go ahead, you can cry if it hurts. I promise I'll try not to laugh.
What do you mean try not to laugh? You should be feeling some serious sympathy for me right now.
But wouldn't feeling sorry for you be a violation of your dignity? Besides, it's harder not to laugh when I'm not the one in pain.
What type of laugh is that, Paimon?
It's okay, everybody. If you want to laugh at him, just let it out.
Don't you have a heart, Shinobu? Oh, people think I'm the monster.
Says someone
Wait a second.
who with great pride.
Xiao's not here, but...
Seems a little out of place here, don't you think?
Maybe it's some sort of, I don't know, an emergency shelter? There was a picture book I read once that said nice people sometimes build cabins in dangerous places so that anyone in trouble can take shelter inside. Our little dude must be inside then.
Yeah!
I wouldn't be too sure about that. Any person with a normal sense of danger wouldn't be so optimistic.
Wow, Bullchucker! Looks like your subordinate is telling you what's what.
Oh, I believe she was talking to both of us. Yeah, so you can wipe that smug smile off your face. All right, watch and learn, Shinobu. This is why I'm the boss and you're the deputy. If no one is macho enough to open the door, then allow, step aside. Once this door's open, we are out of here.
I feel like his shin broke in that moment. That face. Oh. Peanuts. Uh-oh. And Oni's greatest
Evil Oni,
weakness.
be gone! You heard me! Get out of here!
Ah!
Am I seeing things? Or was there someone behind the door?
Nah, can't be. You're just saying things.
Oh, this might be the door of greatest fears and or weaknesses, because peanuts are his weakness.
Why don't we just open the door again and see?
Who? Me? Oh, alright, I'll open it again.
All you do is goof around all day. You're a bad influence to our child. Be gone!
Those people are carrying bowls. Bowls full of beans. What's that all about?
Oh, I forgot, it's beans. They looked like peanuts for a moment. Oh well.
People throw beans to drive out Oni. Boss is an Oni, so they throw beans at him to get rid of it.
Gave me the fright of my life. What are people from Inazuma doing in a place like this anyway?
Calm down now. You're a person from Inazuma too, you know.
Hey, let's get one thing straight, alright? I'm not a person, I'm an Oni!
Right, but that's not the point. The question is, does this door lead to Inazuma?
Huh? How could that be possible? Ugh, this place is so weird.
You guys go right ahead. I'm not opening it again. So, who's up? Oh, how about Paimon? Why don't you open it?
No way! Somebody else do it. Paimon's scared!
What is Paimon's
Alright, I'll try.
fear?
That's our Shinobu! Now, don't let whoever's behind that door push you around, okay?
That might have been the closest we've got to finding out anything behind Paimon's fear. It'd be interesting what that would be. I mean, sure, she said she fears a lot of things, but what does she truly fear?
Alright, let's
Or
see
her
what's behind the
weakness.
door this time.
Still reading, Shinobu. Listen, young lady. You should keep your nose out of those books and start taking my advice. I've already found you a perfectly good job as a shrine maiden at the Grand Narukami Shrine. You'll be far better off there than...
Shinobu? Who is that?
No way! Was that who I think it was?
Oh, this is embarrassing. That voice was my mother. This was one place I wasn't counting on having to hear that speech again.
Your mother wanted you to become a shrine maiden?
The whole reason I came to study in Liyue was because I didn't want to become a shrine maiden. My family never approved of my studies, so they wanted me to work in the Grand Narukami Shrine after I returned to Inazuma.
From what we know about Lady Guji, it seems being a shrine maiden is a pretty cushy job.
Think of it this way. Some cats can be domesticated and kept in the house, while other cats are meant to survive in the wild. As for me, I need complete freedom and space. Although I do admit that being a shrine maiden is a decent job, it's just not for me.
That's right, your calling is with the gang. I mean, just look at you. You rock, you're totally hardcore. Come on, am I the only one with chills right now?
It's true. You've got a good thing going. What's most important is that you enjoy what you do.
Gotta agree with you there.
From the look of it, what's behind the door can change. And not only that, it always changes to something that nobody wants to see. So, how are we gonna get through that?
Traveler, why don't you go up? I wanna see Mashino's weakness, or fright. Which I can only guess it's during the event at the very beginning where we lose our sister, because that is still technically a tragic event, or serious event. I don't know. It was Ito's weakness, it was a serious moment with Cookie's mother, so I don't know if ours would be losing our sister, if not something else.
And don't forget, we have that little dude waiting for us to save him. We need to get our rear in gear.
Would any of you like to give it a try?
No thanks. I'd prefer not to open it if only something terrible awaits. If anyone's going to find a way through, it's not going to be me.
Why?
Because I don't buy it, that's why. I don't believe for 1 second that we're gonna find the Conqueror of Demons by going through that door. So I'm sure as heck not gonna be the one to get us through.
Not gonna lie, you don't really sound like you have much of an imagination.
All right, I'll try.
Yeah, my savior. Show 'em what you're made of.
I'm sure I probably do, but nothing springs to mind right now. Anyway, I suppose I'll find out once I open the door.
Ooh.
You old geezer. Out of 8 pounds of salt, today you gave away 3 for free, sold 2, and exchanged 3 for booze. How much money did you actually make in the end?
Huh? But didn't you tell me to sell things as I pleased? Why can't I give the customers something for free?
You fool! You told the old man next door to come and fetch the salt. Well, he broke his leg on the way over, and now his son is asking for compensation. Seriously.
Huh. A civil dispute. Didn't see that coming.
Who were they?
No one in particular, but it is a prime example of the many difficult civil cases that I've had trouble handling before.
So you mean you don't like handling disputes over petty matters?
Not exactly. What I mean is that I don't like working with people who cannot let go of trivial grievances, especially of the kind you saw just now. They start with good intentions, but end up making a big fuss. It's not long before those good intentions plunge into injury and accidents. It's always a shame. It's my desire to solve problems for people. That's why I became a legal advisor. It just seems that I still can't fully comprehend the complicated minds of some people.
I understand what you mean. The human mind is probably both the most complicated and tragic of things.
I suppose there's no need to discuss this any further. Does anyone else want to try the door?
Don't look at me. I told you, I'm not taking a chance with that thing.
Come on, Yelan. We're a team here. If you're not gonna try, then at least give us a convincing reason why.
In that case, let me be perfectly clear. I serve Ningguang, the Tianxuan of the Qixing. The scope of my work includes some of Liyue's biggest secrets. The chances are, if I open this door, there can be no witnesses left alive. Is that a sufficient reason for you?
Yeah, sounds impressive. Hey, Shinobu, who's Ningguang?
She's someone who won't let you walk out of the chasm alive if she finds out that you're prying into her secrets. Boss, you really do need to work on learning who's who in the world these days.
Look, I knows what I needs to knows. It's called being a free Oni.
Oh, now Paimon gets it. Yelan works for Ningguang.
Yes, which is precisely why I was trying to keep her secret. We should avoid letting Yelan open this door. What about you, Traveler? Would you like to try?
Yeah, go for it, Traveler. Besides, you never know who could be behind that door. Maybe it could even be Shell.
I say give it a shot. Who knows? Maybe little dude is waiting for us on the other side.
Find who we're looking for. Maybe I'm always looking for someone, which would be my sister. But
So, wait. What's Paimon looking at?
The abyss. Well, I'm not I can't do this. Is what I feared. Is this what I feared? The exit disappeared. Is it true? Trying to trap me here? Oh. Am I gonna fight? Investigate. Oh! I'm sorry, I think that was funny to me. Hi guys. I spook 'em.
Did you find anything, Traveler?
So, did you find the person we want to rescue inside?
Judging by the look on your face, I'm guessing you saw something a little unpleasant in there?
Technically, yes, since it is the Abyss. Behind the door I saw the darkness of the Abyss that took my twin away.
Huh? How could that be? Don't worry. Paimon will keep searching for her with you. Cheer up!
Stupid door! I'll smash you to pieces!
You're pretty so
Paimon
tense.
wasn't feeling so exhausted, she'd help out too.
You're now tired.
Hey, what is this? Nap time?
So let me get this straight. Not only did we not find Xiao through that door, we saw all the things that we wish to avoid. I'm starting to have a very ominous feeling about this domain. It's constantly changing, and its changes seem to be targeted at us.
Huh? What do you mean?
I feel the same way. We need to watch our every step. There is definitely more to this place than meets the eye.
I concur. We came here following the Conqueror of Demons, but we ended up only finding a strange door. The things we've encountered on the other side of that door are equally strange. It shows us whatever we fear the most. We're in a space that defies common logic.
On top of that, I'm starting to feel tired after that experience. But I thought we'd established that getting tired doesn't happen down here.
The phenomenon hasn't reached a lethal stage just yet. Otherwise, we would have starved to death without eating for so long.
I'm starting to worry that we're being affected by the changes in this space. In order to avoid the sudden accumulation of hunger and fatigue, we should eat and rest regularly from now on.
Paimon suddenly feels exhausted. It's really tiring going through all this.
Now that you mention it, I'm starting to feel tired too. No, it's all just an illusion. I will not let my mind play tricks on me.
Paimon's whole body just feels so heavy now.
According to the current evidence, it seems our physical condition was suspended in this space before, which granted us immunity to the effects of fatigue and hunger. But now it seems that mental fatigue is unavoidable. Though we have yet to locate the Conqueror of Demons, I suggest we go back and get some rest. It'll be difficult to rescue anyone if we're on the verge of collapse ourselves.
She's right. Hey, Lavender Melon, you okay? Want me to carry you?
And we take a sleepy nap. Alright, time to go talk to everybody. Where am I? Wait. Oh, it's closed. I was like, wait, what?
You haven't slept at all.
Very awkward.
Are you sure you're okay? This place seems even more perilous than we first thought.
Don't worry about me.
I think I'm looking
Staying
at her
focused under
necklace.
pressure for as long as it takes is my specialty. Now, if I'm not mistaken, looks like you've got some new ideas.
How could you tell?
It's my job to keep tabs on people.
I figured as much. They're just preliminary ideas at this point, but I haven't completely thought them through yet. I'll tell you more once my ideas have taken shape.
Sure, sounds good. I also have some ideas of my own. I'll fill you in after I've confirmed some things. You think so?
As they say, two heads are always better than one.
Too slow.
hard to believe what we've encountered. You don't look very well. At least not like when we just arrived. Are you troubled by what you saw behind the door? Listen to me. The most important thing is always the choices you have in front of you. Get some rest before you gather the courage to take your next step. Once you've chosen the path to take, don't hesitate. You must believe in your decision.
Ushi, you sure you can't find a way back to that door again? Yep, that's the big question.
Ushi.
Gotta be honest, I have no idea. Oh, come on, don't get mad at me. I'm just being real here.
Ushi.
I did think about just using my Oni super strength to dig our way out, but the rocks here are even tougher than prison walls. The rocks didn't even budge when Ushi charged him. It's pretty obvious this place is meant to keep us in here. The only thing I can do now is, well, take care of this exhausted little lavender melon. Yeah, I know. You're helping too, Ushi.
By the way, Traveler, if you have a moment, could you do me a favor? I'd like to discuss something with you. Please, come meet me over there. Thanks for coming to speak with me, Traveler. I've been thinking about this place. Since we still don't know just what kind of danger we're up against, we can't afford to delay any longer. We have to find the Conqueror of Demons as soon as possible. Don't you think it's a strange coincidence that as soon as you told us about the Conqueror of Demons, we heard his voice in that place? It almost seems deliberate. As if something was trying to convince us that the Conqueror of Demons was there in order to lure us into the unknown. I have a theory, but I can't tell the others just yet. I don't want anyone to panic. Judging from the Conqueror of Demons' reactions, I think that he was somewhere else, but his voice and image were projected to our location. Is it possible that we've entered into a chaotic space? We're seeing things in people that shouldn't be here, even ghosts. And we don't feel hungry because the state of our bodies is suspended. It's as if time itself has stopped for us. If that's true, it means we've entered into a place where normal logic doesn't apply. When you put it all together, everything points towards one possibility. This is a place where time and space are thrown into chaos. And yet, if it's truly chaotic, how did we find our friend's voice even when we had no idea where he was? It doesn't make any sense. Unless this space wanted us to hear it. Which brings me to my next point. I also have a theory about our encounter with the Conqueror of Demons earlier. I submit that we didn't actually see the Conqueror of Demons. He was somewhere else. But his status was transmitted to us through some kind of mind-bending spatial alteration. Traveler, you said you saw the abyss in that room, didn't you? At first glance, that door may seem like a prank. It shows you whatever you're afraid of, but if it manages to lure you inside, there's no way of knowing what might be in there. One minute, it's playing a joke to get you to lower your guard. The next, the danger is real, and it's trapped you. This space is a powerful opponent. It wants to use our minds against us. But I'm not gonna sit here and do nothing. Do you remember that small spatial rift next to the dissolving ground? It felt like spatial magic, but it seemed much more powerful than usual. When we saw that illusion of the Conqueror of Demons, it seemed like he wasn't expecting our spaces to intersect at all, and was even more surprised that we could hear and see him. I think that this space purposefully transmitted the Conqueror of Demons' voice to lure us into a trap. But I also think it didn't count on that spatial rift happening. In other words, The fact that we saw and spoke with the Conqueror of Demons was never part of its plan. Yes. Also, I had a good look around after coming back. I have a feeling that these chaotic spaces are constantly intersecting with each other, meaning that anything is possible. I think this gives us an opportunity. If the space creates phenomena meant to deceive us based on our imaginations, then we have to keep imagining, Traveler. If we try to stay calm and listen carefully, maybe, just maybe, we'll hear the Conqueror of Demons' voice again. Can you feel that? Let me see. I think it's here. And break! I secretly learned Yelan's illusion-breaking method without her knowing. Really didn't expect that to work.
I didn't see anything. The clip was far too quick.
The sound came from behind this illusion. Let's go in and take a look.
You gotta be kidding me. A divide in the path.
If we try to stay calm and listen carefully, maybe, just maybe, we'll hear the... It's getting clearer.
No. This is the chasm. What did Baptiste go through here? If it was just in that battle so years ago, what is he doing here?
If we try to stay calm and...
The one I get. Is that... the production?
Too slow.
Man, that was just confusing for a moment. I was like, wait, that's a new area open?
The voice is much clearer now. We're close. Conqueror of Demons, can you hear me? It's Yenfei. The Traveler and I are trying to find you.
Traveler? Yenfei?
It worked. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Listen to me. It's chaotic here. We may not be in the same space, but sometimes the sound can get through, which means these separate spaces intersect from time to time.
Everything is chaotic here. No. The darkness that sullies my soul is harmful to mortals.
Right now, we have more dangerous things to worry about than that. This space is using our urge to find you to lure us into traps. Without you here with us, our search for you could very well lead us into danger.
So, you're in danger too? There was no need for you to search for me.
But we're worried about you. And earlier, the Traveler was tricked into entering a dangerous place.
It's true.
How do we meet?
Conqueror of Demons, can you find out where our voices are coming from? Find the spot where our voices are the clearest and try... something there. It might work.
I see. The spaces may intersect amidst the chaos. By try something, do you mean...
Hurry! If we miss this chance, we might not get another one.
Stand back!
He breaks. Oh. Yay. Quick, give him a meal. He looks badly injured.
Let's get him back to the camp.
I think the most human we have in our team is Yalen and Cookie.
Now we can avoid getting split up.
Oh.
A lot's happened here, but this wasn't just for our own safety. You're injured. We can't just leave you alone.
It's just a flesh wound. I am fine. I shouldn't let myself be a burden to you.
You're not a burden. Don't think that for 1 second. We need you, all of us. For our sake, please, stay here, please.
Fine. As you wish.
You're injured. Get some rest. Everything else can wait.
All right.
Zhao has closed his eyes and seems to be resting. Could he be dreaming? This is quite astonishing. As a yaksha who never lowers his guard, capable of having dreams? Only, I guess, because we're company. It's having dreams. Yalen, where are you? You're in this other... You're in the tunnel again. Okay, here everyone is.
As expected, something strange is going on here. Oh, Traveler?
You're both here. Great. I want to talk to you.
I also felt that the space was targeting us, but Yenfei managed to exploit its weakness. Leave it to Yenfei to find a loophole.
Based on what just happened, we can now confirm our suspicions that space and time function chaotically here. In addition, we must stay vigilant to avoid the traps set for us by this place. Now that we've found the Conqueror of Demons, the next thing we need to do is find a way out.
I went back to the domain again just now. Although I couldn't find a new route, it wasn't a completely fruitless trip. My clan has practiced magic for generations, and has created some catalysts that only we know how to use. I recognized something like one of those catalysts in the domain. Unfortunately, it disappeared as soon as I approached it. I think so, but it's hard to distinguish between reality and illusion here. I can't be sure. Also, I am the only one out of all of us who could know what it would look like. To me, that confirms that this place really is reading our minds.
Just like with that door, it's like it's alive and testing us.
By reading our minds and showing us what we want, it creates the reality that we want to be true. Everything it does is either to get us to lower our guard or to wear us down. If that's the case, it can only have one goal: to trap us here until we die. What else could it be?
We should prepare for the worst, but we mustn't give up.
I've always known there were secrets hidden in the chasm, but even the Qixing have never heard about anything like this.
Yelan, when we first ran into you, you said you had something to do. What were you referring to?
I was looking for the truth behind the monster invasion from Conria. Please keep everything I'm about to say to yourselves. No one else can know. Otherwise...
Well, I already talked to Danes, about what's been happening and pretty much got info in why there's a bunch of mobs coming down here.
We got it.
500 years ago, a wave of dark beasts from Conria attacked the 7 nations of Tevat. Naturally, Liyue was also affected. Under Rex Lapis's command, the Millelith fought hard to hold the front line near the chasm. But these were vicious beasts, and this was the most desperate battle Liyue had ever faced. At a critical moment, someone distracted the monsters and led them away. Just when all hope seemed lost, the tide turned. The Liyue army eventually won the war, but there were many who never returned. 2 of my ancestors took part in that war, and the one who made it back went insane. Everything about it was strange. The current generation of Qixing knows very little about these events, and very few came back from the chasm alive. Finding out the truth has been a waiting game. The day the chasm was unsealed, I put in a request to be transferred here, so I could finally learn the truth of what happened back then. But this place we've ended up in, and the possibilities we're facing, it's all far more terrifying than I'd imagined. We can't give up. Right now, our #1 priority has to be getting out of here alive.
The chasm, Conria. What happened 500 years ago? And what did Xiao see back in the other space? Who was he fighting against? Can we really get out of here in one piece?
Are you all right? You've suddenly gone quiet. It's not like you at all.
Shh, we'll talk later. I'm just processing all the existing clues we have. Maybe the key to our escape is hidden in some detail I've overlooked. I have to go over everything again.
All right, well...
Oh, don't worry. I won't write down anything that you told us about.
No, I meant if you're going to analyze the facts, count me in.
So I'm gonna talk to 2 more people and call that a stream, since we got through quite a bit already.
You don't look well. I guess things still haven't improved. It's okay. You don't have to go into all the details. Sometimes I really envy the boss.
Xiao's eyes are tightly shut and he's not making a sound. No one has the heart to interrupt him. So I'm gonna call this a night on recording. And I can only guess for me to easily get back to what's happening is by going to the chasm, going to this teleporter, and then going back to the middle should help me go back into the scene. So, I am gonna go to Mondstadt. You know, just leave the chasm for a bit. Bye guys, I'll be right back. Be like, what? How? But another night I will stream. Hopefully it's either Friday night or somehow Saturday night, but likely Friday, depending on the amount of time I get freedom-wise. And with that, we had our first part in the new Chasm Archon quest. And I will call this a night. Thank you for watching.